All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Georgia Brown Dual Immersion Kindergarten Lottery for the class entering 26-27 school year. Thank you for joining us, those that are here in person and those that are online. My name is Scott Buller. I'm the Chief Technology Officer for the district, and here with me is Brad Pawlowski, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services.
Welcome, everybody. Each year, we admit students to the dual immersion program that will dedicate themselves to becoming proficient in two languages, English and Spanish. We found it best to have 50-50 split of English speakers and Spanish speakers in the program. This year, we'll hold 3 lotteries, one for transitional kindergarten English proficient, one for transitional kindergarten Spanish proficient, and one for kindergarten English proficient students. For TK, we'll admit a total of 60 students, and for kindergarten, we'll admit a total of 84 students. Because we have a large number of applicants, a drawing for admission will be held. In this case, California Ed Code requires schools to use a random, unbiased selection process when enrollment exceeds capacity for a program. Our board policy and administrative regulation 51161 address using a lottery to fill the available TK and kindergarten slots at Georgia Brown's program. So you're probably wondering the number of slots open and how many students are in the lottery. For kindergarten, there are 20 students for 13 open spaces. For transitional kindergarten English, there are 30 students for 3 open spaces. And for TK Spanish, there are 12 students for 10 available spaces. Each student in the lottery has received a number. This number was emailed to the family this week. Once the random drawing is held, the family will be notified via email of their status of either accepted or placed on the waiting list according to the drawing. In the case of twins, they will be assigned one number, but if one is enrolled, they both are enrolled. We'll use an online random number selector that will create a random number order list. We will use that to determine enrollment, the first 3 numbers for TK English, the first 10 numbers for TK Spanish, and the first 13 numbers for Kinder will be enrolled. The remaining numbers will be placed on a waiting list in the order displayed by the random number generator. In previous years, we have found that there will be several students that are admitted but will not be able to attend. Sometimes those who are admitted or before your number on the waiting list move out of town or decide not to attend. If you are on the waiting list, you will remain on the waiting list in the order generated today. Scott, back to you.
Thank you, Brad. So you can see on the screen, there's a random number generator on the screen. We're using something that came from calculator.net. We're going to include everyone that's requested enrollment. The generator will then use a mix of those numbers into a random order to show the assigned numbers of the students who will be automatically enrolled and the others that will be put onto the waiting list, as Brad described. So we're going to start with the English TK drawing. So again, there are 30 people requesting to be enrolled for this TK next year. The numbers here assigned are 101 to 130. The first 3 numbers shown will be enrolled, and the remaining numbers will be placed on the waiting list. So with that said, the first 3 numbers are 130, 121, and 115. Now we're going to screenshot this and put the rest here into a wait list according to the order that the random number generator created. So next, we're going to move into the Spanish, Proficient Spanish TK drawing. For this drawing, there are 12 people requesting to be enrolled for TK next year. The numbers assigned for this are 201 to 213. In this case, the number 203 is void. If that number comes up in the top, that will be skipped, and we'll still include 12. The first, so those first 12 will be enrolled. The remaining numbers will then be placed onto the wait list. So with that said, those first 12 are, oh, sorry, 10. It's the first 10. So 210, 205, 202, 207, 208, 203, 212, 213, 201, 204. And the remaining will be placed onto the wait list. Actually, with 203 being in there, we would add 206. So 203 is void, so 206 is added as the first 10. And then we're going to move on to the kindergarten drawing. There are 20 people requesting to be enrolled in kindergarten next year. The numbers assigned So the numbers assigned are 301 to 320. And so the first 13 numbers shown will be enrolled and the remaining numbers placed on the wait list. With that said, the first 13 numbers are 308, 305, 317, 313, 301, 314, 307, 312, 302, 303, 315, 304, and 316. And again, just as a reminder, just because you're not automatically selected in this today, oftentimes there are people that drop out and change. So you will be contacted whether you're automatically enrolled, put on the wait list, and if something changes and you're able to move up into the enrollment, you will be contacted by the school district. And that concludes, anyway, so therefore, those of you on the wait list, they'll contact the families. If you have any questions, please contact Norma, who is here at the front desk at the district office. The phone number is 805-769-1000. And this concludes the 2026-2027 lottery for the Georgia Brown DI program. Thank you.